Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, core faculty for the College of Health Sciences and Public Policy at Walden University. And I'll be going over the Morbidity Mortality Weekly Report. This was one of the first reports that I was introduced to over 20 years ago when I first started working at the Centers for Disease Control. But this is a very important report where there's a lot of environmental health information that's summarized and compacted in a little piece. And so by the end, you'll actually have created your own MMWR. But what is the MMWR? Just in short, in summary, it's the voice of the CDC. It's the notes from the field. And then you get some quick stats, which you get a quick feel for. So key facts, it's published Thursdays. It highlights key public health investigation along with providing reports and recommendations derived from science-based research. So some say that during the pandemic, the recommendations were not the recommendations were not as directive, and sometimes there needed to be a little bit more guidance. This is an example of a zoonotic disease where somebody was with an anteater, actually a zoonotic disease, an anteater that was infected with rabies. And rabies is dangerous, causes a lot of very severe symptoms within humans, hydrophobia, many different symptoms. So this is an example of environmental health MMWR. This is Bucoba combination prevention evaluation. This is HIV intervention, antiretroviral therapy. This is another environmental health example. I'm looking at lead and cadmium exposure in electronic recyclers. And this specifically looked at just 2 states. This was led by NIOSH, National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. If you don't remember the whole thing, just remember NIOSH. And so these notes from the field you can take, you can summarize, you can kind of understand what's going on, and try to see what are the most current and important topics that are going on in environmental health and exposure sciences. I'm just going to end this with some examples. Silicosis is dangerous among fabrication workers, stone fabrication workers, the silica dust that they breathe in. This causes incurable lung disease. Below they showed some of the cases that were actually identified in California, Colorado, Washington, and Texas. So 18 cases, 4 states, 2 deaths. So most worked with engineered stone. So how to protect workers, control and monitor exposures, comply with standards, and conduct medical screening. So see, very simple 3-step approach, and this is a good visual. Right here is a good visual too, looking at binge drinking and the intervention that is needed. 4 and 5 adults who binge drink were not advised to reduce drinking by a healthcare provider, so screen, provide feedback, and work together. And then last but not least, we end with an important public health matter, smoking. 38 million Americans still smoke. 480,000 deaths per year. And most commonly, the demographics for this is male, 25 to 64 years of age, American Indian or Alaska Native or multiracial or educated, disabilities, living in poverty, living in the Midwest or the South, uninsured. lesbian, gay, bisexual, and serious psychological distress. So, anyway, so this sums up how you can effectively use the MMWR to understand what is going on in the area of environmental health. And smoking, is this, some would explain, is this an environmental topic? Absolutely it is. So definitely this is all examples of something that you could be creating and would be creating on your own way. Thank you for listening.